The saga of CBS The Bold and the Beautiful takes yet another dramatic turn as Ridge Forrester finds himself at the epicenter of an emotional storm, caught in a relentless battle between two women he once loved deeply, Brooke Logan and Taylor Hayes. Ridge's return to Los Angeles, following his recent trip to Italy, is clouded by the lingering consequences of a single, electrifying kiss that has now become the focal point of his internal struggle. What seemed like a romantic gesture between Ridge and Taylor in a moment of vulnerability has escalated into a dangerous game of emotional manipulation, betrayal, and unanswered questions that threaten to unravel everything Ridge holds dear. As Ridge returns to the city, he is torn between two women who both claim a part of his heart. On one side is Brooke, the woman with whom he has shared a tumultuous yet passionate love story over the years. Brooke, ever the survivor, is determined to not let go of the man she believes is her destiny. She demands that Ridge finally make a choice, and in no uncertain terms, she insists that he must sign the papers and commit fully to her, once and for all. This pressure weighs heavily on Ridge, who has been trying to reconcile his feelings for Brooke with the undeniable chemistry and history he shares with Taylor. Brooke's demand is clear: if Ridge truly loves her, he must take that final step and solidify their relationship. But even as Ridge stands at this critical juncture, there's another force at play that threatens to derail everything. An explosive secret that could not only tear his relationship with both women apart, but also have far-reaching consequences for the entire Forrester family. A rumor begins to circulate, growing stronger by the day, that a final betrayal is on the verge of being exposed. This rumored betrayal promises to shake the foundation of the Forrester legacy to its core, and it casts a dark shadow over Ridge's already fragile situation. Ridge, ever the protector of his family and the Forrester name, is faced with the daunting reality that whatever secret is being whispered about could undo all the hard work he's done to keep the family business intact. The tension grows as Ridge's indecision causes him to withdraw, not just from Brooke and Taylor, but from the rest of his family as well. The looming threat of this ultimate betrayal hangs over the Forrester family, and Ridge knows that its revelation could have devastating effects, not just on his romantic future, but on the entire Forrester dynasty. The idea of betrayal stings deeply for Ridge, especially when it seems as though the actions of those closest to him have led to the rumors spiraling out of control. The Forrester family has always been a pillar of strength and integrity, but the whispers of betrayal are like a virus spreading through their ranks, threatening to expose a crack in the facade of perfection that they've spent so long building. Ridge's mind races as he tries to reconcile his love for Brooke, his deep connection to Taylor, and the mounting pressure to act quickly before everything around him collapses. As Ridge struggles with his heart, his thoughts are consumed by the fear of the inevitable fallout. For Brooke, the stakes couldn't be higher. She knows that her future with Ridge depends on his decision to commit to her, and she's not about to let anything stand in her way. Brooke has been patient, and she's been through enough heartache to know that she deserves the man she loves. Her insistence that Ridge sign the papers isn't just about sealing their relationship, it's about asserting her place in his life, ensuring that there is no more hesitation or uncertainty. Brooke believes in their love, and she's not willing to let Ridge slip away without a fight. The sense of urgency that drives her is palpable. She knows that every moment of indecision from Ridge pulls them further apart, and she's afraid that time is running out. She also knows that Ridge's lingering feelings for Taylor, complicated by their shared history and the undeniable connection they have, make it harder for him to fully commit to her. But Brooke is adamant that Ridge must choose her, and she's ready to push him to make that choice, no matter the cost. On the other side of the emotional battlefield stands Taylor, a woman who has spent years trying to rebuild her life after losing Ridge to Brooke time and time again. Taylor has always harbored deep feelings for Ridge, feelings that have never truly faded. Despite the pain she's endured, Taylor remains hopeful that she and Ridge can rekindle their love. The kiss they shared in Italy was supposed to be a moment of closure and clarity, but instead, it has become the spark that reignited old flames and created new uncertainties. Taylor doesn't want to get caught in a tug-of-war between Ridge and Brooke, but she's also not willing to sit idly by and let her chance slip away once again. She believes that Ridge belongs with her, and the kiss they shared in Italy only confirmed her belief that there is still something between them. But as the days pass and the reality of Ridge's indecision sets in, Taylor finds herself questioning whether she has a future with him at all. Her heart aches as she watches Ridge struggle, torn between his love for her and his obligation to Brooke. What's worse is that, deep down, Taylor knows that Ridge's indecision could destroy everything she's worked for, leaving her once again alone. As the drama unfolds, the tension between the three of them grows, and the Forrester family finds itself caught in a web of competing desires, unresolved emotions, and deep fears of betrayal. Ridge's decision is not just about choosing between Brooke and Taylor. It's about choosing his future, his legacy, and the path he wants to take for the rest of his life. And that decision becomes even more complicated as the truth behind the ultimate betrayal slowly starts to come to light. The family is rocked by the implications of what is about to be exposed, and Ridge realizes that no matter which woman he chooses, the consequences of his decision will reverberate far beyond his personal relationships. The Forrester empire, built on years of tradition, trust, and loyalty, is on the brink of collapse, and Ridge's choice will determine not just the future of his love life, but the future of the family business. Ridge is faced with a choice that no one could have prepared him for. Will he finally sign the papers and commit to a future with Brooke, the woman he's been with through thick and thin? Or will he return to Taylor, the woman who has always believed in him and the love they once shared? The revelation of the ultimate betrayal, now on the horizon, makes it impossible for Ridge to delay his decision any longer. As the Forrester family braces for the fallout from the betrayal that is about to be exposed, Ridge's personal turmoil becomes even more intense. He is now not just fighting for love, but fighting to preserve the integrity of everything he's built. The love triangle at the heart of this drama has never been more fraught with tension, and the stakes have never been higher. Ridge's indecision could tear apart everything he holds dear. Will he choose the woman he's with, or the woman he could have again? The drama continues to unfold, and the ultimate choice Ridge makes will have far-reaching consequences for everyone involved. Will Ridge's decision lead to healing, or will it destroy the Forrester family once and for all? The answers are yet to come, and with them, the future of Ridge, Brooke, Taylor, and the entire Forrester legacy will be forever changed. In the latest twist on CBS's The Bold and the Beautiful, the emotional drama surrounding the love triangle between Ridge Forrester, Taylor Hayes, and Brooke Logan reaches a boiling point as Taylor makes the shocking and heart-wrenching decision to walk away from Ridge and give him up to Brooke. This decision, made after years of turmoil, misunderstandings, and unresolved emotions, will have profound repercussions not only for the three of them, but for the entire Forrester family. Taylor, once so certain of her love for Ridge and her place in his life, is now faced with the painful reality that the future she envisioned with him may never come to fruition. After all the ups and downs, the moments of closeness, and the near kisses, Taylor finally comes to a decision that will forever change the course of their relationships. The catalyst for Taylor's decision is the mounting pressure from Eric Forrester, Ridge's father, who has always been a steady and influential figure in the Forrester family. Eric, ever the patriarch, watches as his son's love life spirals into chaos, with Ridge caught between two women, each of whom has a claim on his heart. Eric, in his usual manner, attempts to intervene in his son's life, urging him to make a decision between Brooke and Taylor, but it's not just about the women. It's about Ridge's future and the future of the Forrester empire. Eric knows that Ridge's indecision is tearing him apart and destabilizing the family's dynamics, both personally and professionally. And so, Eric's pressure becomes the tipping point for Taylor, who, despite her love for Ridge, cannot continue to live in a state of uncertainty. Faced with the reality that Ridge cannot make a choice and the ever-present tension between Brooke and herself, Taylor decides to give Ridge up. She reaches for the ring, a symbol of the love and the life she thought they would have together, and slowly removes it from her finger. The symbolic act of taking off the ring is a powerful one, as it marks the end of a chapter in Taylor's life, a chapter she had hoped would lead to a future with Ridge but now must close. The pain in Taylor's eyes is undeniable as she makes this decision. She knows that by stepping away from Ridge, she is giving him the freedom to choose Brooke, the woman he has long been intertwined with emotionally, the woman who has always been in his heart in one form or another. But it's not just about giving up on Ridge, it's about accepting that her own happiness cannot come at the cost of constant heartache. Taylor recognizes that if she continues to fight for a place in Ridge's life, she will only be prolonging the inevitable. Ridge's connection to Brooke is undeniable, and despite the deep bond they share, Taylor understands that Ridge's heart may never fully belong to her. In an emotionally charged moment, Taylor makes the ultimate sacrifice. She decides to leave town, to give Ridge the space he needs to figure out his life, without the pressure of her presence looming over him. This is not just an act of selflessness, it's Taylor's way of reclaiming her own peace of mind and moving forward, no matter how painful it may be. The decision to leave the town is not one she takes lightly. It's a heartbreaking choice that marks the end of a long and tumultuous chapter in her life. But it's also a brave decision that signals Taylor's commitment to herself and her future. She knows that if she stays in Los Angeles, she will be constantly reminded of the love that could have been, of the life that was never fully realized. By leaving, she hopes to find healing and closure. The Forrester family, however, is rocked by the consequences of Taylor's decision. Ridge is torn between his love for Brooke and his respect and admiration for Taylor, who has always been there for him. He knows the choice he has to make, but the weight of that decision is crushing. He cannot deny the love he has for both women, but he also understands that he must choose the woman who will make him happy in the long term, who will be his partner through thick and thin. As the tension between the two women who have shared so much of his life intensifies, Ridge faces the impossible choice. Who will he be with? The arrival of Taylor's decision only adds to his emotional turmoil. Ridge finds himself questioning everything he thought he knew about love, commitment, and loyalty. The love triangle has reached a point where no matter which path Ridge chooses, someone will be left heartbroken. For Brooke, Taylor's decision brings both relief and guilt. While she's always longed for Ridge's heart, the thought of Taylor walking away from him is not something she can easily embrace. Brooke has always respected Taylor, despite their complicated history, and she knows the sacrifice Taylor is making by stepping aside. But Brooke is also desperate for Ridge's love and is willing to do whatever it takes to have him back in her life for good. Brooke is caught in a whirlwind of emotions. Part of her feels guilty for the pain Taylor is enduring, but another part of her feels vindicated, knowing that Ridge is now free to choose her without the constant pressure of Taylor's presence. As Brooke grapples with her emotions, she prepares herself for what she believes will be the beginning of a new chapter with Ridge. She hopes that Ridge will choose her, and together, they can move forward, leaving the past behind them. But deep down, Brooke knows that nothing about Ridge's decision will be easy. It will forever be a moment of conflict and tension, with each of them bearing the scars of the past. As for Ridge, his feelings are a complex tangle of love, guilt, and regret. He knows that he's hurt both women, and the decision to let Taylor go will haunt him for a long time. But he also knows that Taylor's decision, though heartbreaking, is one he must respect. Ridge has always admired Taylor for her strength, and he knows that her willingness to let him go is a sign of just how deeply she loves him. Ridge's heart aches as he realizes that Taylor is leaving him for good. But his own emotions are complicated, as he knows that his love for Brooke is still alive, still strong. As Ridge begins to come to terms with Taylor's departure, he must confront the difficult reality of choosing a future with Brooke. Ridge has always believed that love is complicated, that the heart cannot be tamed by logic or reason, but now he must make a choice that defies all expectations. In the end, Taylor's sacrifice leaves an indelible mark on Ridge, Brooke, and the Forrester family. As Taylor leaves town, her decision sends ripples through the family dynamic. She has given up on the life she had always dreamed of, choosing instead to heal and move on. The impact of Taylor's decision will be felt for years to come, as Ridge's life takes a new direction, forever altered by the loss of the woman who once held his heart. But as Ridge and Brooke begin a new chapter, the question remains, will Ridge truly find happiness, or will the shadow of Taylor's sacrifice always haunt him, lingering in the background as a reminder of the love he lost? Only time will tell.